the last lesson I just did. Oh, it looks like it's going to be okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Well, what we can do to start with is I will open Bante's Inferno on my screen using the Chrome browser. Who just arrived? Miss Dev12 just arrived. Nadezda's in the house. Stephanie Hart's in the house. Could we have people, cameras on please? Beep, beep, beep. Thank you, so I can get to know people's faces, and also we know that you're actually there and not just clicking on. Hi there, Stephanie. Pleased to meet you. Hi, all the grade 7s. Good to see you. Nice, thank you very much. All right. And Prince is nearly downloading. Okay. Good, good, good. So what I'll think I'll do is to... And I've got a question from Malaki coming in on the side. She's asking me, what is this? Oh, verification code. It's happened before it goes to the phone, to somebody's smartphone. So just a minute, if you want to just hold on a minute, and I'll help Malaki. Okay. Seems to be okay. All right, so I'm going to do a share screen. And we can try to...
Hey, they're cool now.
There's a lot of noise. What's that? What's that? Where's that coming from? Can you all hear me okay? Can you hear me okay? Great, that's good. Thank you very much for letting me know. I found out yesterday that our class couldn't hear me for most of the class, and they didn't tell me. So please tell me if there are any problems. And I'm going to go through the website with you a little bit now. So please be speaking and telling me if you can see it okay. I'm now going to share part of the screen, which is Chrome. Okay? You ready? Everybody ready?
Yep.
Somebody said yes. Sean Lee Hong said yes. Okay, so please watch the screen and I will try to go through it with you. Okay, so can you, if I go to the first page, you should be taking a look at the kind of ocean, the green ocean. Not yet, hold on, gonna go back, all right. To the first page of the Bante's Inferno. I can give you the link again to this. Please take the time to go through it. Can you see that okay? And can you hear me okay still?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Somebody's got their speaker on. Please use headphones or mute the microphone. So we enter in and we're going to go into the school through the ID part. Okay, so here we're just getting recognized, and then we're going to move through and enter into the temple part. This is going all a bit slow, a little bit laggy. Never mind. So we're clicking move on, and then we'll enter into the temple, Longhua Temple. Yeah, a little bit laggy. Moving through, we'll continue on. This next page, there are videos. If you will click on that green part there, you're going to get videos which will help you to how to do the different things that you're going to need to do the course online. If we do the walk to the class, we're going to go through just some corridors of the school and up to the opening page. So there we are. We're already in Longhua Temple, in the Sakya Academy. So here we've got the front gate, but it's locked, and we're going to need to open it to get in. Okay. And it's also not making any sound yet. It should be cheering and everything, but there you go. That's life. You don't always get what you want. And Malaki's joined in. Hi, Malaki. Well done. Nice to see you. Great. Okay, again, there's no sound. I wonder why that is then. Maybe it's just because it's slow. Okay, not to worry. I can. What was that? That was Princess Alonso, was it? Arriving in. Good. Okay, so we just. Hi there. Nice to see you. Good. Let me just go up the steps into the corridor for towards the speech lab. Round the corner. And then this is the upstairs of Sakya, and it's two people are missing their friends. They're saying, I miss my friends already, long time no see. So we're back at school already. And you never know, might be pretty soon. Maybe they discover the cure for the COVID virus, the vaccine, and then everybody can go back to school, back to the old normal, not the new normal. All right, so let's click on the door. Not everything is loading up here, actually. There's lots of parts that are not opening because of slow internet. Never mind. Life isn't perfect. So we go through the door, and going through the door, you're going to see the explanation. So I'm going to go quiet because my voice is recorded on there. If it's going to speak, it might not do because of slow internet. So this is how you do a class. You do 8 minutes watching the Buddha series. Then you stop the video, and then you do 8 minutes from your teen workbook that you're going to choose. You're going to choose 2 teen workbooks. And then you stop, and then you do 8 minutes of the Arete book, which you can use the physical book, get from school. You can use the online PDF one. Then there's 8 minutes of you choose one of the Buddha teaching section parts. And then we have a guided meditation which you can find. So I'm just now going to do 1 click, and then what that means we're moving on. So 1 click, and we go to the next page, which will show us the classrooms, and it's going to show us also the fast track to the classroom. So we're grade 7, so if you click on here, you're going to see your desk and your name. And you can use that desk to save your work. You click on. So we just go through, check it's you with your fingerprint. Is it you? Yes, it is. We recognize your thumbprint. It's just a bit of fun. Don't worry about it too much. Blip, 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 blip. And you click, and then we're into the classroom. At least we should be. Yeah. So here's the grade 7 classroom. So there you all are. I'm going to turn the volume down a bit because it's a noisy classroom. So there's our values classroom. So if you want to save a piece of work, then you're just going to click on your desk. and that was going to open up, and you can then save it. So supposing I am, who should I be? Malaki Obregon, are you there? Can you hear me? Okay, Malaki, so if it's you and you want to save your work, you click and you'll find that a link opens up and it has a drive folder, and that's where you can save the work that you're going to do. I'll explain about the work. Okay, so this is a folder. So that's where you save your work. And if you are going to save your work like that, then you're just going to click this button here, New, and then the Upload File. So New, and there's going to be a button underneath that comes down, a drop down, and it will say File Upload. This one, File Upload. Okay? And then that will save any piece of work into this folder. Good. So I'm going to go back out of the classroom now. Yes, please, Nadezhda. I would prefer it so that I can get to know your faces as well. Get to know how you look. We're a new group to each other. So now we're out of the classroom. Okay, so the next one. Okay, next thing, fast track. You click on fast track and then you're going to see the classroom materials. Classroom materials, there's 5 kinds. One is to watch the Buddha series. So there's 54 episodes. We're starting at episode 1. That's okay, Malaki. You just watch and enjoy. You don't have to become Buddhist. You don't have to convert and lose being a Christian, anything like that. It's just an enjoyable series. So don't worry about that. It's not a conversion or something. You just watch the... So when you click on here as well, there may be also some Chinese speaking people in the class. And you can also click on the I'm Chinese part. And you're going to see a page comes up that looks like this. And you go down and you'll see all of these. So this is episode 1, episode 2, episode 3. Each episode has 2 videos, 30-minute and a 12-minute. Okay, so... and then anyone else English speaking? So you just click on the watch it from archive.org. This used to be on Netflix, but it's not anymore. So you just click on episode 1 and watch 8 minutes. Clear? Just watch 8 minutes and then pause. Right, okay, so let's just go back and continue. Just go back one step or a little bit. We'll fast track to class. We won't go for the whole walk along the corridors. We'll just fly and zoosh through to the classroom. We'll go through this section because we don't need to hear it every time. Sometimes these, if they're a bit laggy, you just go back and go through the same page 2 times and it will do it. So we're on to fast track. So that's the Buddha series part. And then workbook for teens, I want you to choose 2 of these books. I think there's about 50 or 55 books. If you go to the Google Drive side and click. Are you following okay? Is everybody clear? If you've got any questions, please tell me. So these are books about things like bullying, about overeating, or people who have anxiety, and they're all for teenagers, all written for teenagers, about teenager anxiety, about panic. Some people they get really worried about perfectionism, about trying to be too perfect. Insomnia means not sleeping. Good question, Maliki. How many pages in the book? Most of the books have about 200. You only need to do 20 pages. And then that means after 20 pages, you can know, is that book really good for you? If it's not, you can swap to a new book. Okay? So supposing it's the overeating and you're interested in that subject, all you need to do is click on that book, and up in a new browser window will come that book, and you can download it then. So then you just work through 20 pages of the actual book, not the beginning bit with all of the name of the printer and all of that doesn't count. So from the beginning of the book, you just work through and do 20 pages. And so you got those two books there, and there's not that much on each page. Once you've got there, you can say, okay, I wasn't that interested in overeating, but there's another book about gaming, or there's another book about athletics. I'm interested, I want to see that. So then you can just change. Always try to take screenshots of what you do, of what you see and what you are reading, so that I can see what you are working with. Here also you can do the plus sign to make it a bit bigger. So you can just click on the plus so that it's a little bigger on the page for you to read. The zoom in there. That will do it. Okay. Something like that. And then you're going to want to go down to about page 15. And if you notice, these are workbooks. Like Arete, they have parts that you write your own thoughts, your own feelings in, or they have parts where you need to do writing like this. There's sections where you write on here. So there are videos that tell you how to do that. In the helpful video section, you're going to need to learn, yeah, right, Lance, Javin Yang, you use PDF editors, correct. So that you can also use a screenshot. Supposing it's this part here, you can take a screenshot of this section, and then that screenshot then becomes a PNG. It becomes a PNG. That's a type of file. And the PNG also can be uploaded to a PNG editor, which means that you can write text onto that. See this part where it has lines? You can upload that into an online PNG editor. And again, there's a section that explains this. And you can just put online PNG editor in a Google search, and you're going to find one very easily for free. And it's just going to have a section saying upload, and you upload your screenshot of this, and then you're going to be able to write text onto these boxes here. And then actually you can just take another screenshot. Once you've added the text on there and it shows it, you can just take another screenshot, or you can download that file and then put it in the classroom on your desk. You remember I showed you when we went back to the classroom and I opened up that Malaki Obregon's folder and upload the file into there. That's how you can save your work. All right, so we've covered something there. We've covered getting a book So choose 2 books so you've got interest. There's many topics. So that one was about overeating, eating too much, you know. You're going to get fat, you're going to eat too much and feel sick and not feel so good, or you'll feel, you know, sad and so you're eating or whatever way, or you're eating the wrong kinds of food too much. So that's just one of those books and how to deal with it. Again, there's videos that explain this. So as you see, there are 6 pages of those kinds of books to choose from. So you're going to learn a lot about, you know, not using the social media too much, or about self-esteem, sleeping, all the things that can make you happy or sad. So we want you to be confident and happy. So, but we know that it's not easy. Sometimes it's about shyness and social anxiety, not getting embarrassed. And there's many other subjects. So I want you to choose one that you are happy with. And I want my screen to unfreeze. I just zoomed in and it's stuck. So I'm not really able to zoom out at the moment. I think it might be doing it now. Oh yeah, just about. There you go. Everyone clear so far? Let me just go back to the unsharing my screen to see how people are. I'm going to click stop share and come back to the group. So we've had a bit of a look around the Bante's Inferno website. Let's do the gallery view so everyone can see everyone. I can get to know your faces as well. All right, so was that very clear enough? Was that clear enough for you? How's the English? Yeah, how's the English? Is it confusing? Is it all right? Thumbs up if you're okay with my English. Thumbs down if you're going, I don't understand what he's saying. It's confusing. Thumb up. Thumb up. No thumb. Thumb up. Hands up. 5. Thumb up. That's great. Thumb up. Thumb up. Thumb up. High five. High five on the screens. Who's asleep and who's listening? Good, good. Nice one. Good. All right. So that's a little bit of an introduction. I just want to check what time we've got our lesson going through till. We've got another 10 minutes. Good. All right. So that was just the beginning of that. Please, I'm going to make in the chat thread the link just to make sure you do all have it as well. Just going to go and get that link and then be right back. So please do make use also of the website and also the video so you're nice and clear about what you need to do. And do use it. If you do use it, you will be getting benefits from those exercises. Well done, Lan Jiang. I'm pleased to see that you understood about that. With the PDF editors, it means you're already working hard at understanding it. Okay, so this that I've just put there, that is one of the links. It's not the offline version, it's one of the online version links. But it's you can't just click it. You do have to copy and paste it. You have to kind of highlight it, you know, drag your cursor over it, and then do Control-C for copy, and then paste that into the browser. You could try putting it into Google, but I think you're just going to put it in the browser. And then the only thing is a little bit laggy, a little bit slow. That's why I put this idea of the offline version out there. So that's a little bit more complicated. and you're going to find it there. So I'm just going back up our chat. I think even early this morning I put a copy of the latest online one. They do change as well. Sometimes I'll add new things, or I'll see a problem or a glitch, and I will take it out, or I'll improve it. Hi, Sian. Sian's on the chat thread there. I hope he doesn't lose my place. I'm scrolling up to try to find the zip file. Zip file means it's been compressed. I'll be right back with you. I'm just going to try to get this thing, but it's difficult to scroll up the chat while some students are still downloading VOOV. That's life. We've just got a few more minutes yet. It's not easy, is it, all the computer stuff that we have to do? It's quite frustrating with the slowness. Yeah, that's an easy question. But really, no, I think from all of the lockdown, we've all learnt to be very patient, and it is not easy. We get very angry when we get frustrated, and it doesn't seem always to work, so we just... I think I found it. Got to be patient, and then it will all get better. I was also reading yesterday that there was people in China who developed a vaccine already about COVID. So you never know. Might be that everybody gets a vaccination and we're all back to school. So you never know. All the online thing might be... Huh? You don't want a vaccine? Do you want COVID instead? Well, yeah. Well, we don't know. Yeah, I'm not saying that's yeah, you shouldn't believe that I'm saying that that's news. It might be fake news, or it might be that there are other problems that come from the vaccine. Sometimes there have been things like polio. They created a vaccine, but the vaccine created problems as well. Nobody likes injections, yeah. But it might not be an injection. It might be another way. But much better than going around for the rest of your life with a mask over your face and having to stay in your bedroom for the rest of your life. Might be worth it. Sometimes you have to do something which is painful in order to get a benefit the other side. Can't always have a perfect, comfortable life. Well, yeah, that's true. All right, well, I'm going all the way up this thread and I still can't see the link I put in there, and my web browser has decided to freeze up, so... Nothing's moving, everything's frozen up. So anyway, later on, we're coming up towards the end of the lesson, so I'm going to put the zip file link in a bit later on. But as I say, you can also just look back up the thread of the chat, the group chat, and you just go back, and the last web browser link that you have is fine to use, and even better is the offline version. That's true. I mean, yeah. Cool. All right. So, with one more minute to go, could we have microphones on, please? And let's do the end of class prayer. We didn't do the beginning of class prayer because we came in one by one over a long time. But well done, everyone who got this far. It's very, very good. That's a big progress already. That's the timer to remind me it's the end of class. So does everybody know the words? Has everybody got their microphone on? Looking at the microphones on my screen, I can see about 7 or 8 people who still have their microphone off. So you need to turn it on to do the end of class prayer. I'll just count you down. I'll do a count of like 3, 2, 1, and then I want you to do the prayer. That's right. Who else is? Oh, Ezekiel. Yeah, you said to your brother as your camera, but not the. You can on your microphone, please. And who else? Stephen. Stephen, can we have yours on, please? The microphone on. Richmond, microphone on, please. Malachi. Is everyone ready then? Okay then. We're going to do the class prayer. 3, 2, 1, and. Should we start that again? I didn't hear one person start. 3, 2, 1. The prayer and. All together? Who's going to start? One of you start, please. May the wisdom. Yeah. Yeah. End of class prayer, please. All together. Hold on. After 3. 3, 2, 1. Reverently. Okay. Okay, see you tomorrow. We got an offline version tomorrow, so we'll just be talking on the group chat, and then see you then. Okay, everybody. Much love. Take care. See you tomorrow. Bye now. Arrivederci. Bye. Great day. Left it on. Hey. Hey everyone. Caught you. In the house. Good afternoon. Nice to see you. Great. It's nice to see you a long time. Since March. Since the whole lockdown. Yeah, I'm pretty good actually. I've just been doing 2 other sessions with grade 9 and grade 7. So, but I'm all right. You are okay, are you? So who we got in the house? We got Nathaniel Villiran. We got Catherine Liu. Samantha Faye Trasbay. Good. There you go. James Tan. And Gabrielle Lau. Hi there. And we got 2 people who've just got code. Hi, Catherine. Nice to see you. I'm very well, thank you very much. Long time. I always feel better for seeing you guys again. Somebody's got their speaker on though. So if you can do it on headphones, please. Otherwise, it's going to echo around a bit. Yeah, good. All right. Hi there, everyone. Hi, Ralph. Good to see you. All right. So, Bante's Inferno. How's it going? Okay. Tell me. That's why we have the online. If you have low data, it's best to get the offline version so you can use it without the internet. Can you say it again, please? Yeah. I can't. Listen. One person at a time. Yeah. Okay, and the problem is that you don't have much data, or what's exactly the problem? Well, as I say, I've said it before. The offline version, it's 190 megabytes. You download that compressed file, and then you use it without the internet. You only spend data for downloading that compressed file. But you're going to have to do a little bit of work to do that. Okay, any other problems? There are videos that explain how to get the offline version. Somebody has their speaker on, and it's coming back around through their microphone. So maybe mute your microphones unless you have a question. Catherine, Ralph, Nathaniel, your microphones are on. Could you mute them? Thank you. Just only, if you have a question, then just open the microphone, and otherwise it's going to be echoing. Cool, okay. Well, we can take a look using screen share. We can go a little bit through the website and clear up any questions. ask any questions if you have any, though. Okay, just pause me and say, Brother Ben, how do I do that section, or what do I do here? If you have any questions like that. All right. Okay. So I'm going to do screen share. Are there other people who are waiting also to come in the chat room? Or anyone having difficulty getting VOOV yet? I'll just check if there's anyone to go to VOOV. Okay, I'll start doing the share, but I want to keep an eye. There's about 3 or 4 people in the group chat who still don't seem to be getting it. Okay, there's a group of about 4 people who are having difficulties getting in. Can you also help out with that? Some of you are using the same devices. So they might have an Android phone, or they may be, I don't know, also check in on them. We've got Riza, Larissa, Ryan, and Leanne, Catherine, Terence, Sue as well. All of those are having a bit of difficulty getting through the VOOV part. So you guys all got in. Can you explain to them how to do it? Let's just check a few things. First of all, yeah, thank you. Yeah. Wait a minute, they're just sharing me. Should be okay. Can you check on the chat, please? You might, like I said, you probably had the same issues as well. Is Riza Severa in yet? Not yet, right? Not in. It's a little bit sad. Turn on mic, turn on speaker, turn on video, enter meeting. Yeah, it can just also be slow internet. We're all having that problem. Even my messages are slow to go. Okay, I'm going to do, anyway, a share of going through the website. And I'll watch on their chat. They got some other problems going on there as well. All right, so I'm going to do a share screen and look through the website. So please put on the chat thread or on a microphone chat. Nathaniel Billaran how to turn off the speaker, you click on the microphone, on the mute. At the bottom of your screen, there's a tools bar, and you can do that there. Let me know if there's any other question about that. Okay, okay, I'm just going to go over to my Google Chrome browser page. So all kinds of problems here. We got Irene Clarissa says that her sister uninstalled the app, Vuv, and Moses' SIM card is broken. So there you go, all kinds of different things. Okay, so I'm going over to my Google Chrome page where I've got a copy of Bante's Inferno. So let's go to the main page, the front page, and then go through it. How do you break a SIM card? All right, so here's the front page. I think most of you have seen by now this front page. I'm not going to go completely full screen. So I'm not going to go completely full screen. So we're going to click through there, and we're going to go through to the classroom. Everything seems to be laggy today. So that's just the way it is. And there's also no sound. So you can't always have what you want, can you? That's life. Okay, this one's got sound. Let's just go back through that again. See if we get sound this time. Still a bit laggy. Oh, here we go. So sometimes it helps if you do that, if you go backwards and forwards through some of the pages, if they're a bit sticking and laggy. No, it's still laggy. Okay. Too bad. In fact, I'm using this one from the internet. I should also use one of my offline versions, would be probably smoother. So we go through this. Here are the helpful videos. There's now something like 28 brief videos to help you with different problems. So let's go through this. That's a problem if you click 2 times, it's going to actually click the next page. So I'm going to go fast track because it's a little bit laggy. If you do the walk to the class, then you go through. Oh, it has gone. It's accidentally clicked. So how do I watch the Buddha series? What does Bante's Inferno mean? How do I use the teen workbooks? How do I write on a PDF? Or how do I write on a PNG screenshot? PNG screenshots are much easier way to do things. All right, so let's go through and have a look at some of these. How do I watch the Buddha series? Now there are some new updates about this. One is it's not on Netflix anymore. Secondly, if you are Chinese, so let's have a quick look who we are, grade 8. So how many Chinese? We've got Catherine Liu, Jennifer and Catherine, Leah Ching, Gabriel Lau, Terence Su. So there's quite a lot of Chinese people who might want to watch it in Chinese, I'd say, in our class today. So if you do that, if you just click on this I'm Chinese link, you're going to get this page here, excuse me, which is the series 1, episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, and that will open up the Chinese version of that. You can download them if you want. Ask me if you do want to do that. Okay? Each episode is divided into 2 videos, 30-minute one and a 12-minute one, or 14-minute. All right, so that's there. If you can't remember which episode that grade 8 got up to, then you click on this "Which episode is my class up to" button up here. And then you're going to see all 54 episodes and where we got up to at the end of last time when we finished off in March. So grade 8 up to episode 43. So you can start there. Don't binge it. Don't watch the, race through. Just do 8 minutes each time, and then you've got plenty of time to do your other works. So let's have a look at the other works. And some of those technical how to do things. So let's just do that I know some of you went very fast on this project, but some people it will be new to. So one is how to write on a PDF, another one is writing on a PNG, a screenshot. You only need that question when you know that we're writing on these teen workbooks. So let's start with question number 2. How do I use the teen workbook? So let's click on the smartphone and then follow through again with another click. All right, so first you go to the pages with teen workbooks and you find those in the classroom materials. And you're going to find 1, 2, 3, I think it's up to about 6 pages by now. And you can choose the Google or the archive where they are stored. And you're going to look for an interesting subject. You might think, oh, I'm getting fat, I eat too much, I eat lots of junk food. So you might want to take one of the books about overeating. You might suffer from trying to be too perfect and get depressed because you're never good enough. That's a book about perfectionism. There's books about sleeping, not sleeping well, sleeping too much. There's books about gaming. There's books about social media. There's books about athletics, how to be mindful in athletics. Excuse me, about body image, about shyness, about people with, if you have gender issues, about communicating, about anxiety. There's many different subjects. So you're going to choose just 2. And each book might have 150 pages. You don't have to do the whole book. Just do 20 at first and see if it's the book for you. If not, after you do 20 pages, switch to another 2 books or another one of them and keep one. So you don't have to complete the whole book. You just have to do 20 pages. And as you're doing the book, keep screenshot each page you read and write on so that I can see that you're doing the work, that you're doing the reading. And you're going to keep those screenshots in your desk link folder. So after working through about 20 pages of each book, you can then change to different books. So you might have started off with stress reduction and anger workbook, and then you want to switch to another 2. But do your 20 pages first of all and show the 20 pages. All right, so let's go back again and see about that. How do you actually write on them? There are videos on this subject on the playlist as well. How do you write on a PDF? How do you write on a PNG? I prefer you learn how to write on a PNG. I also discovered these things later on, not at first. So that's just the way it works. So you take a screenshot of the part of the page that you need to write on. And that is now called a PNG file. And it's saved to your device. And then you go to that is a click link that you can go to. If you click on it, it will go there. And then you upload to that online PNG tools, and you can type on it or you can draw on it, and then save it, and it will save to your desk folder or your download folder. All right. You can also, you don't always have to save the file. Sometimes you can just go to your you can just take a screenshot again. Screenshots are fine. you can always use those as your work submit. And there's a helpful video there on that subject. So the easiest version when you're dealing with some of the books, not the team workbooks, but the already books, is to get the physical book from school, write on it, and then take a photo of it. That's good enough. All right? A fancier way of taking a photo of a page is to use TurboScan app. And I think you get quite a lot of pages free. But if you want to go for the more, you might have to buy the app. But there are lots of those kind of apps. So just use them for free and then move on to a different app, unless you're planning on buying it. All right, I think that's the main thing for now. There is some other things about, you can actually download the whole PDF workbook, and then you've got the, and then you've got the question, sorry, I just clicked once too many, and I wanted to go on the, not on the PNG, but on the PDF one. So let's go again onto the PDF. You can actually put the PDF on a memory stick, take it to a place and ask them to print the pages you want. So if you want to find out about that, just go to number 3 here. And say you've got those 2 books, the one on stress and the one on anger. For writing on the whole thing, you can use something like this, like Light PDF. Doesn't have a size limit. But you're always moving around a book that's 150 pages and writing on a bit, moving it around, writing on a bit, reading a bit, writing a bit. It's kind of big, but you can do that. But another way, as I was saying just now, is to go to a printer and ask them to print off, say, 10 or 20 pages. This is about using Light PDF. I just want to go through this section, and you can do that. You can use Light PDF to write here, and here are all the instructions for doing that. Everyone following so far? Can you hear me loud and clear? Please give me an OK or indication, because I'm just showing you the screens and I don't hear any voices at all. So you might all be asleep or away from your computers for all I know. So I need your feedback. Tell me yes. Great. I see James Tan. I see Willaine. I see Stephen. I see Jennifer. Gia's thumbs up. Elsa. Takara. Great. Samantha Faye. Excellent. Great. Enzo's there. Catherine Liu. Terence Su. Isabel Sumilan. Gabriel Alau. Ralph Huagparo. Great. Good to see you. Okay, so I'll continue. This is that I'm going through now is also on the video. So don't forget that. So there is a video on how to write on a PDF, at least one. But that is step by step, and you'll end up being able to write on those lines and then save it. And as I say, once it's got the finished product and you can see it, you can also just take a screenshot, which is what this says. An easy way to share your work is, is to do that. You can take a screenshot and then email it. You can also, there's another way other than emailing, and that is to put it in your folder from the desk. So you just go to your desk and click. That will open up the drive, and from there you're off. You just put upload file, and then it'll go there. So this, when I made this, the desks weren't ready yet, so it just says send an email. That's a little bit longer. This also explains how to use the snipping tool. You can also just do a whole screen capture. That's fine, because it captures the date, the time, the book that you're using as well. But if you just do this, it's okay. It's all right to do that. But it doesn't have the name of the book. Obviously, Points to Ponder, this is Arete, but it's better, when you're using those work team books, that I get the page number and I can see the name of the book that you're using. So this is saying about that, because using a whole PDF that's 200 pages long, you know, it can be slow, like you see this kind of thing, you know, slow. So if it's a snip, a tool, a screenshot, it's much smaller and lighter. All right, so this is explaining about printing out. It's much easier to write on paper than it is to write in a, you know, an online editing PDF or PNG thing. You know, it's easy enough to do that, but it is also much easier. Remember, we used to sit at a desk and just with a felt tip pen just write on the paper. That was it. We didn't think much. And you put it in your folder. Kind of easy. So you can do this anyway. Download the PDF to your device, save it to a USB thumb drive, take that to a public print service and ask them to print out like 10 or 20 pages of the book and just write them down, you know, write it at home and just with your smartphone. That would probably be the easier way of all of it to do. You can just use your cam from your phone. There is, like I say, this turbo scan. Turbo scan's way cool and very neat. But you may, after a little while, I recommended it to one of the teachers, and they said, I got 50 pages for free, but after that, they stopped, and then you had to subscribe or, you know, pay for a monthly amount or something. So make your own mind up. And like I say, there are more than one of those scanning kind of things. But this explains what happens with a turbo scan. Turbo scan is definitely very good if you can afford it. You can do whole books into turbo scan. That's how I did the Arete books into making them into a PDF. So it can be very useful and it's very accurate and very clear. So you can send stuff to these ones, and I will always get a notification on my phone saying, you know, Jennifer Ang just sent you an attachment. That's great. But I will also get a notification if you put it in your folder, and I can see them on there. So that's also a good way to go. Both is okay. Either is okay. So we won't go through the walk to the class, but there's some nice, you know, kind of animation on there. But I'll go through it. But I think that the online version is usually a little bit slow, so the animation and the audio effects don't always work. All right. Down the corridor, past all the offices, say to the guard. All right. Woo woo. So you're back at school. Let's open the door. So you're welcome back. Let's open the door and go through, and everybody's feeling great to be back. So let's open the shutters. We just did, and the sound effect didn't come. Never mind. Let's go past the drinks machine. And then up the steps, past the dancing people who are hanging out, the cleaners, whoever it is, the people at the drinks machine. And then there's everybody practicing for their Sky Gym activities, and pleased to see you. And what else we got? Round the corner, click, and go around, and then you're going to find that it's frozen. All right, here we go. They got people that they miss their friends. I miss my friends. It's good to see you again. Everyone's back at school. You notice we've got the old milk still in the fire thing. Still there from last March, probably. Okay, so we click on the door, and let's go into right up to the speech lab door, and let's go into let's call it Sky Lab. Now we can change. All right, so I'm going to listen to you can listen to my voice.
Good morning. So welcome to the class.
Explaining everything.
So this is how the classes should work. Each class is 40 minutes long, and we have 5 subjects to cover. So that means 8 minutes on each subject. You have to time yourself, start and stop. So you go to the Buddha series and watch 8 minutes of a Buddha episode that you're up to, and stop it, pause. And then you open one of your workbooks and do 8 minutes of the teen workbooks that you've chosen. And then stop that, send the work in the folder. And then do 8 minutes of arete, and that includes, writing, screenshot, save to your folder. And then 8 minutes from the Buddha teaching section, same thing, reading. If there's writing, do the writing and save to your folder. And then 8 minutes on the guided meditation, which you click from the classroom materials page. That will equal 40 minutes of Buddha teachings and values education. Well done, good luck. Any questions, just write on in at the chat group, the group chat, and you can also put your questions during online sessions.
Okay, let's click on. So we're going to click
Hi,
through.
So welcome to the class.
So once we've heard that through and understood it, just click anywhere to move through. So if you ever get unsure what you're supposed to be doing, just go back to that. There's our primary aims and objectives. So let's go and take a look at the classroom. So make sure that people understood what's happening with that. Okay, so we click through and get on into the classroom, which is going to be a bit loud because of all the talking. I'll turn the volume down a little bit. We've got another 7 minutes, so we're only going to have so much we can cover. All right, so if there's any also questions or problems about this, the names or absent people or new people who don't have a desk, anything like that, then let me know. Any of these desks, you're going to be able to click on those and it will open up, and then you can save using the upload a file. Okay, let's go out again. So that's what the function of the desks is mainly for. You click on them, and then when that will open up as one of the people of the class, you all have your own folder, and you're going to be able to click on the new button, not this one. This is just error. So this one here, you click on new. And then you do file upload. Sorry, I've still got the group who couldn't get into the chat. They're asking lots of questions and they're explaining about their problems. All right, so let's go back to the classroom. So we got 5 minutes till the end of the class, according to my beeper. So let's go back and out. Okay, so we've just got 5 minutes, so we'll take a very quick look at the class materials. I'd like to know if there are any problems or questions or confusion with anyone. There's a new add added thing with the Buddha series is that you can go to the Chinese one. So one way through is this, clicking on this logo and then clicking on the I'm Chinese click here. Anyone else, go from the archive.org and you can find out which episode you're up to using that button there. And then just go through them, and there aren't any if there aren't any now glitches on these. There were some on episode 37 and 38. That's now fixed in this current version of the Bante's Inferno. Let's go back to the classroom. On the fast track, so we won't go through all the walking down the corridor stuff. We'll just go flying straight through the walls and telepathically, virtually through this bit. There's a calendar there, and there's a calendar in every classroom. So just as a roundup, just have a quick look at the other materials and make sure that you've understood the basic instruction for understood. 8 minutes of this, 2 workbooks, 20 pages, and then gradually work through it, 8 minutes each time. 8 minutes of arete. Choose a Buddha teachings, one that you like the look of. Reading, there are some workbooks as well, under 5 precepts and 8. And guided meditation. All right, so let's go out of screen sharing and back to regular group. All right, there we go. So is everyone more or less clear on their aims and their objectives? Everyone clear enough? You can also put your microphone on to answer or ask anything. If that's the case, I will look to see, I want you to put at least 2 screenshots in your folder before tomorrow's offline session. 2 screenshots in your folder which is linked to your desk. I'll say it again. 2 screenshots in your Drive folder. Upload it and save it. I'll be watching the grade 8 Drive folders. You can get there. One way you can get there is to the classroom and click on your desk, and that will open up, and then upload to show the choice of book of the work teams that you've done or any arete work that you've done. I want to see that by tomorrow. I'll go through and I'll check on the grade 8 Drive folder to make sure that that is happening. So that's your aim, and that's your task before tomorrow's offline lesson. In that offline lesson, we'll just keep to chat only on the group chat of Facebook, but that's what we'll continue to do. Okay, so that's at 12:50 tomorrow. Okay, everyone, very well done for getting this far. I will also upload this video of this screen session onto YouTube, and it will be linked with the lesson that was happening just before, so that they're both 2 lessons are on one video. Good. Have you got any questions before we close up and we'll do the class prayer? Any questions at all? Okay, in that case then we'll do the class prayer, and you need to have your microphones on, and it starts reverently. So we'll start after a countdown of 3, 2, 1, and everyone do together. 3, 2, 1. Namo Tassa Bhagavate Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. 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 Namo Tassa Bhagavate Ara So Jennifer Ang, Samantha Fay, Willaine Alteza, Gabrielle Lau, Terence Zhu, Jan Rickson, Isabel Sumilang, Leah Ching, Enzo. Can you have your microphone unmuted? Sam, Ralph, Huagpo, Jan Rickson, Stephen. Okay then. 3, 2, 1. Reverently. Okay, may you all be free from avoidable suffering. You have my blessings. So look forward to checking in with you tomorrow. Don't forget your task. 2 screenshots of some kind of your work saved through the desk folder to the drive. Save it up there. Okay, very well done, everyone. We've done great to get this far. Good to see you again, my friends. Great to see you again. Okay, happy. Take care. Have a good time. Enjoy. Well done. Okay, I'll end up the chat pretty soon then. Okay.